might do a few more of these in the future, but don't hold your breath on that. I started working on another challenge involving music, and, well, that's gonna take me a while.
Hello, dear viewer. A promise is a promise, folks. Here it is. The Musical OC Challenge. Mine old nemesis. For those of you that don't hate themselves, the Musical Character Creation Challenge is you put your playlist on shuffle, and what songs pop up dictate a part of the character's design and backstory. Each challenge is different, with varying degrees of success. The concept seems sound. Music resonates with all of us emotionally, and I can't go a single song without imagining a whole-ass animated music video or anime intro. So creating a character with music should be easy, right? Well...
So what, am I supposed to design them like Rinsler, or just go tech punk? Tech punk is so hard to draw! This is personality, not backstory. How the hell do you get a personality out of Say Goodbye to Hollywood? Love life. Love life? How?
yeah. For the list I was using at first, the first song was supposed to be for their design, the second would be their personality, third would represent the relationship with their partner, next for family, and the final song would be their name meaning. And on paper, that sounds fine. I first generated these songs when I started the previous challenge, and pushed it back to figure it out laterville. But here's the thing, with people, every aspect of their life affects every aspect of themselves, and vice versa. And the thing about characters, they are crafted to fill a role in a story. If they have no role, they're just noise, and hurt the story. Granted, not every design starts with a role in the lore. My previous creations had no story, but they were the focus of their story, so their role was to exist and interact. Honestly, I think those two were just lightning in a bottle. Right place, right time. I didn't want to give up too easy, so I reshuffled a few more times in the hopes of finding a combo I could work with. And by a few, I mean I reshuffled so many times I actually got sick of working on it, so I got desperate, scoured Pinterest trying to find other listing combos for a potential break, and I genuinely started to question why I was even trying with anything anymore. So, how was your Monday? I found out that one of my childhood favorite songs was actually about teen death and feeling abandoned by God.
Oh no! Anyway, last week...
Fast forward 2 hours of searching, I found a list I hoped would be my salvation, and never did it occur to me to just make my own challenge. This list covered more grounds in broad terms, but wasn't too vague or too specific. Vibes. I can work with that. I also switched from using the playlist on my PC to my MP3. Now, they mostly have the same music, but I actually listened to my MP3 player, and it would use a different algorithm for generating randomness, so I decided to shoot my shot. And then got shot by my own music tastes with this banger right off the bat.
I ask for nothing, I can get by.
God damn, I just stopped crying from all these other songs, and I gotta hit me with this to represent their childhood? While gathering songs, I let them play all the way through so I could look up the lyrics and meanings and take notes on what they could mean for the character. For their outlook on life. Oof, that stumped me. Maybe they always look for the bright side? Or a hopeless romantic. I'm so ugly, that's okay, just so are you. Broke our mirrors. Sunday morning is every day for all I care. Happiness moment. The night! Okay, so they like to party and prefer the night scene. Okay. A song that would cheer them up. Good Christ, is this character me? Ooh. They always seem to find themselves in toxic relationships. Yeah, it's 24 hours later, and I still don't know. Not important. You again! He met someone that had a similar childhood. Billy, I love you, man, but you're just not helping me here. Maybe they both worked at a factory and grew distant over the years. A song they would request a DJ to play. Oh, please be something funny. Woo! a training montage. Now would be a good time for some Doom Eternal.
Sick and tired of your attitude. I'm feeling like I don't know you.
Well, given their apparent history with being in toxic relationships, I guess they would be training in disarming self-defense while reading self-care books. Honestly, if you don't sing in the shower, you have no music in your soul.
You keep on turning pages for people who don't care.
The shower is the best place to cry. Alright, we have our songs, we have our notes. Come on, creative brain, do something with it!
It is called a challenge for a reason.
Shut up. I'll admit, for the sake of my sanity, I did cheat a little by rolling for some design stats just to get a start. I went back and added a few stats to some other characters I rolled and dedicated them to a few of my existing stories. With that goal in mind, when I rolled an alien with horns, I could have added him to my story of Cosmic Castaways, as the Fey race has horns, but with the precedent of the church-themed background, I decided to add him to another story, Gatesville, as a demon. Without getting too far into the lore of Gatesville, the demons in this show aren't actually from hell, they are demons in name only. They're dinos?
God damn it, Barb!
I also just love the mental image of a demon in a church praying to God for the salvation of others, but not his own. Now that I had a stronger foundation, I jumped right into his design. Given the lore of Gatesville demons, I knew he needed to look Greek or at least slightly Mediterranean. So that meant a broad nose with a more olive complexion. My demons are in their human form most of the time, with their demonic features only appearing when they're aggravated or upset. But their hair does mimic their horn shape, so I needed to keep that in mind when picking a hairstyle. Somehow, he ended up looking kinda like Kurt Cobain. Okay, a lot like Kurt Cobain. To move away from that look, I attempted a few other bang styles, but neither of them really worked, so I just kept the original sketch and told myself I just wouldn't make him a blonde. That way, they wouldn't look too similar. And then I colored him blonde and drew him in the same sweater he used to wear. By the time I finished the full body sketch, I had just drawn Kurt in my style with the demon form. I took a break and wondered if I should restart. I didn't want to reference Kurt Cobain too much due to the nature of his death. I didn't want to unintentionally disrespect him by saying, "Here's a montage to a guy I don't know that took his own life. I made him my version of a demon that represents addiction." It gets messy when you involve real people. On the other hand, based on the character's story laid out by the music, he eventually overcomes his personal demons and learns to live his life fully. So, designing a character based on Kurt and giving him a happy ending in a story about healing and self-forgiveness, I don't know, it's been 30 years since his passing, he deserves to be remembered in some way. And it's also at this point that I remember he's also based on 10 other songs and would most likely be a background character in Gatesville with no dialogue, so it's a moot point anyway. I got so lost in the sauce I forgot the whole point of the video was to make a character based on random songs from my playlist, but hey, 2 of his songs are from Nirvana. What were you expecting?
my god. This was so much harder than I thought it would be, and I'm still not sure about the final product. We can't all be winners. I guess a lesson to pull from this is these character challenges are really an exercise rather than a tool. This is a fine first draft for a character, but once I flesh out more of his actual story and background, he'll need a redesign for sure. I have done that before. I have a few characters that started out like this and later got a full makeover after the lore was established. If any of you at home want to try this challenge, God help your soul. Also, if you enjoyed my loss of sanity, tune in next week for a full-blown FNAF lore video.
Why are you so quick to jump to the conclusion I'm crazy? I mean, I'm dangerous, I'm out of control. That's because I'm kind of acting that way, aren't I?
Be sure to like, comment your condolences to my psyche, and practice safe creation, kids. Bye-bye.